All right, what's up, guys? This is Coach Jay, breaking down some more of this NFL film here. This is one of the game I was very intrigued with. Huge game, Texans versus Falcons. It turned out to be a very close one down the stretch, and the Falcons ended up pulling it out with a field goal. But as we can see here, um, we've got Houston with the ball now, right hash. And this is their drive where they took the lead. And I believe there were like a minute and some change left after they scored. But yeah, there's an inside run right there. Very tough physical run there. I mean, you see they've got six guys in the box, maybe seven if you count the left overhand guy there. So they had enough guys, but they didn't have them in the right places, I would say. Um, Typically, I would like to see two backers, in this situation or so. Instead of having an overhang to the right, I would like to shift that over and have two backers in the middle. But, of course, this is the way they like to play it. But as you can see, as the play go along, both overhang crashes to the ball. So, of course, it looks more, um, it looks more like a six man, especially with that left overhang there, and then you got the backer who crashes, takes a re-step and crashes down as well, takes away, and then he gets. Whew. So in that situation, because they don't have a second backer, because they don't have a second backer, as soon as that first backer gets taken out, that's the whole second line right there. I mean, you're about to go to the third level where the safeties and secondary guys are at. So they needed to have a second back here, somebody that possibly could scrape across and clean up. All right, here we go. Next play, and there. Looks like they may have possibly learned, but they still got a one main backer in the middle of the field there. They still got the two overhangs. So about seven, eight if you count the other guy in the box there. So they're really gauging towards the run here. I mean, of course, the formation it gives you a heavy run indicator. Tight ends on the field, full back in, and this is a great job. The interior guys making sure that they didn't get blocked or create a crease there for the back. Great throw right there. Let's just back this up a little bit. I want to see that one more time. All right, I like the motion. I like the motion out here because motion creates mismatches. All right, so now we got the motion of back coming out. Now everybody has the bump. You see how that backer had the bump out on down to the new number two. He was going to be a box player. He's going to be playing in the box, but now he has to bump out the box just so they can have numbers. Now you've got 4 over or 3/2 on this side. Because of course if he stayed in the box, now that creates a mismatch. We have 2/2. You don't want that. You don't want to have numbers that way. You want to have three over, at least one out over the one additional guy over the count. So two receivers, three defenders over here to play that. And it's a quick read, very quick read. Nobody stayed home there. Linebacker went up the seam with the receiver. You'll probably be able to see it through this end zone footage here. Backer bumps out. He goes up the seam with the route, and the middle backer there, the end. Well, I mean, look, it's a D lineman. He dropped the back. Let's see that one more time. It's interesting. He drops back. Now they rush three, and he's pretty fast. He gets there, pretty fast. He gets there fast to be a D lineman. special tackle. Another run indicator here. Texans very physical. 7 in the box. Loading up against the run. All right, looks like they're there. I mean, they're still in those tight sets. I mean, at some point they're going. I feel like they're going to hit them with a play action. You run this much and you get success, then you can play action pass and hit them for something deep. There we go. Still too high. I mean, the indicator here, he was under the center. Condensing down. They're probably going to play an in-out on that right there up top. When that receiver went in motion there, they probably played switch here. Looks like they did. First guy, his corner's got first guy out. Slot guy has first guy in. Looks like, let's see what it looks like. And this is a definitely huge run indicator, keeping the fullback on the field. All right, next play. And the Texans, I mean, they did a great job getting down the field on this one. Using the clock, I think they could have possibly slowed it down a little more. This is the case here where they ran, and now they hit him with a play action. Quick read from the quarterback. I mean, you think about this, they're playing man. It looks like they're probably playing man on the backside. And when you can get an opportunity to run the ball multiple times, those linebackers going to shoot the gaps like that, and now you get one-on-one situations down the field. That was a great play call right there at a very key time right there. Watch the backers here. Motion gets the backers moving. I don't know about this one here. I don't know if that's the best way to go with this as far as that toss. I mean, you're already out leveraged right now. Before the play start, you've got two overhangs over here. You've got two guys right there. If you're running toss that way, I mean, you're already out leveraged. Once they snap the ball, the end just crashes the whole play. All right, here we go. That was a pretty decent run. I mean, they didn't get many yards on it. Situation where they got still 6 in the box, 2 backers, which is the way I'd rather play. I'd rather play it that way. I like 2 backers in the box. Bunch up top. And he has options. You got a guy sinking there. And this play right here. This is the play for the touchdown right here. It was drawn up perfectly. You got bunch. You've got 4 versus 3. You've got the corner, safety, slot, and then you've got a backer as well. So let's kind of see how this plays out. All right, so release. We've got all 3 releasing up the field. And is basically this number 2 here is holding the backer. Let's roll it, keep going. Number 2 is holding the backer. And now the safety, he's playing heavy inside. And I'm guessing his job is not to allow him to cross his face, I'm guessing. But he probably should have played on the upside shoulder of this receiver here instead of trying to jump the route. And then also you see the corner there. Um, Man, he didn't do a great job of. He was basically playing the number two. Maybe he could have got depth and helped out with number three, but oh well. And there we go to touchdown. This is a great read by the quarterback. It's a great read. You see it better from the end zone copy here. Safety, shuffle, shuffle. Yep, got him. I think in that case he had his eyes watching the quarterback too much. And of course, when you're watching the quarterback eyes there, you're gonna get beat. You start watching quarterback eyes, right? All right, so here's that next drive by Atlanta here, and I think honestly this was a great drive by those guys. I mean they showed complete command and that quarterback. I mean he came down he only had about a minute and some change, and he used it perfectly. Great job of getting out of bounds. I think situationally, the Texans should have known that they were going to try to get out of bounds. They should have had a little more pressure on these receivers. I think honestly, they should have been tighter. Force throws in the middle of the field. You got a minute and 35 left. Force throws in the middle of the field. Take away the quick outs. Take away all those quick throws that they were making. This is 100% pass indicator right here. I mean, end of the game. You need to score or you need to get a field goal to win the game. And this was a huge key run right here for Atlanta. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, reserve time. Maybe get a yard or so, but most importantly, don't use that timeout. Great recognition by the quarterback. Dropping back, not seeing any options, and now running and getting out of bounds. Defense a little late setting up, got a too high look over there. And this is one of those situations right there. I mean, you know where they're going to go. They're not going to run anything to the middle of the field here because they want to reserve clock. And look at there. A quick out. Corner's not ready for it. He needed to be a little, honestly, he needs to be a little more aggressive over there. Of course, you don't want to get beat deep, but catch inbounds. I think they should have worked the other side of the field over here. If we look at the bottom of the field here where 20 is at, when the safety comes down, the corner's playing deep. So now that opens up a quick out route by the number 2 right there. And I think he had an opportunity over here to possibly complete the ball and then also get out of bounds. But still, that was a great open field tackle. Not in field goal range yet, but a amazing throw. Let's go back and look at that. That was a great throw right here by the quarterback. Great recognition. Right here, as you can see, the slot defender, he's kind of slow playing it, trying to see if anybody's going to come into his zone. He didn't get hands on anybody. He didn't wall anything, and everybody ran right past him. I don't like this style of play here. I would rather my guy get hands and wall 2 right there on the top of the screen there. Expand him a little bit so now you can help your safety. But the guy ends up running right past him, and he was basically not doing anything on this play. He didn't cover anything. He was just covering grass. You get caught covering grass, you're gonna give up some plays. Honestly, I would have been better. It'd been better off if there was in some type of match concept. Like something like mod in that situation, where at least you've got them covered. It's a no play. And here's the situation. I mean, they're in field goal range. This time of the game, you're like, hey, let's run the clock out. Let's get out of here. But I think in that situation, the Texans, they had a lot of opportunities uh, to stop to stop the Falcons before they got in the field goal range. They weren't playing aggressive enough, and I feel like their DBs was just allowing them completions. They should have played a better coverage on the back end in this last drive to